Hi, how are you? It's Ching, and we're gonna continue from last video. So this I'm introduce this series of exercise, no more pain and no more weakness. So last video we're putting out is no more pain in the lower back. So it's different parts of your body. So we're moving down to lower back, and then today we're going to talk about no more weak core, because where's your core muscle? It's on your trunk. Most of the time everybody's in my lower back, often, right? Everybody's in my lower back, just killing me. It hurts. And come down to it, the basic reason is we're upright creature and we don't understand the system of the body, special how to exercise properly. We've been told to exercise, but we're missing the most important part is the fundamental. So my book, hopefully early next year, January, February, whatever, early spring, that it will be published. So it's more about what I'm teaching for the past 15 years, and of course before that more 20 years of teaching dance. And so I understand the body quite well throughout. Since I was 5, I love to dance, jump around, and all the physical movement, and always curious about how this body moving. What's this muscle? What's that? So anyway, and the curiosity is wonderful. It helps you to what? Open your mind to learn. So what's the missing fundamental? And it's when it comes to the exercise, especially because I say this all the time. When you hear music, you can't just say, I'm going home, I'm gonna play that music. No, you have to start taking class and start learning. You're gonna read music, depends which one. You want guitar, there's different reading, different theory of the music, how you read the score. And everything has a fundamental, even to cooking and gardening, right? But when it comes to exercise, we kind of skip that because we just copy. And we've been told to walk is really important for you. But you don't know how to carry your body properly. So you wear this Fitbit, you have to say 10,000 steps, 10,000 steps, 10,000 steps, 10,000 steps. So we're not using the mind anymore. We just follow, and we do that quite well. So I would like you to follow, and including your mind. So we are going to have a great education. This is the only body you have. In the Chinese internal medicine, we'll call this is a small universe. So you need to get to know this system, starting, right? Movement you see all the time. So let's get to know this 650 muscles. So how to build a strong core so you prevent that lower back pain, right? And if you don't know how to walk properly, you're coming home with what? Your foot is sore, your ankle sore, your calf is tight, your lower back hurts, sometimes your knee hurts too. And the worst part, you show the neck because you're walking not having a proper posture. So you know now, right? I'm going to go right into, let's get to know the posture first. And I talk about this over and over and over, but I love to talk about it again because it's all repetition. So you can ask yourself, okay, Ching always say 5 checkpoint. Yes, we're going to do this today. 5 checkpoint. How many points do I know? What is 5 checkpoint? When it comes to have a proper posture. If you have a proper posture, you use the body perfectly. Even when I'm going down, I pick something up, I push down, go up, I lift my tummy. If I lift heavy things, I push down, I use my tummy to bring, I don't use my shoulder and go into the lower back. People say, I just moved some furniture in my patio. This happened a lot. I hurt my back. Or I just open the dishwasher, take the dishes out. Oh, there it goes. Because we forgot our core of the core muscle. I know I have clients tell me, say there's no such thing. I say, well, in my book, and you come study with me, there is. Because truly there is. Just because you don't see it, it doesn't mean it's not there, right? The house, There's a plumbing electricity. I see the light goes on. I tap it, it goes on. I know it's electricity, but when it doesn't work, I'm going, oh, right? So, so it's really important to know so much more in your life. At least you know you're going to call the electrician, right? Or I'm going to call the plumber. So somebody knows something. But this is small universe has all that, so you're the only one has the responsibility to understand and get to know. Okay, so 5 checkpoint. The 5 checkpoint, you're gonna find all those 5 places is in neutral position. That's how your body is designed. So that's the system we have. So we're gonna go right to it now, okay? So since we're standing on the Mother Earth, right? It's a repetition, so listen to it again because you're gonna ask yourself questions. What's the 3rd checkpoint? What's the 4th checkpoint? What's the 1st checkpoint? If you don't know, you need to hear again until you memorize everything. Yes, memorizing, you're gonna use, so what happened? Away, right? Sometimes people think too much not moving, that's not good either, right? Absent mind professor, dementia, right? Because you're not circulating the whole body. So putting the mind and body together, okay, is so important. Mind, body, mind's knowledge, body, how to move, right? And based on the 3 principles from the Yin Yang philosophy, I'm going to go to work, but just last thing to say. The Yin Yang philosophy is what? Breathing, okay? So the energy comes from the breathing, nutrition, take care of this body, and movement, okay? So all these 3 things needs what? Involve your mind, okay? Here we go. The first part, there's a section, there's a lot of time, there's 2 parts, just like in Yin Yang sign. You have your feet connect to your leg, okay? All the muscles on to move my feet is come from all the muscle on your leg. Just like if I move my hands, my finger, all the actions come from my forearm. Thank you. Yes, we say thank you. Not thank you, thank you. Anyway, whoever you believe. So we all connected. Okay, so connect the bodies. So every time you move, you don't fall apart. So if I want to move my ankle, the muscles come. So these 2 parts, your feet and the leg, is the first checkpoint. Since we're standing on the floor or Mother Earth on the ground, the connection is bothering your feet. Okay, so I'm going to show you again. So there's 3 points right here. You heel, right? Call it calcaneus, heel bone, and the 1st metatarsal and the 5th metatarsal. You can see the bottom of my feet here. This is kind of red. That's the yang part, okay, of the yin yang symbol, the philosophy. This the yin part, the arch should never touch the ground. So when I standing here, my leg, your feet, they connect to, right? It's parallel position. That's mean toes point forward, heels back. You're not laterally rotate or medial. You know how bad that is? You're going to step on yourself, right? So you want to keep a parallel position, same width as your hip socket, okay? So that's it. So the width of your leg is the same width of the hip socket. Can you feel that? That's your hip socket. There's as the tapping cup with the femur and the head of femur. So now I'm going to evenly distribute all my weight onto that 3 points, okay? And the arch your foot is lifted very gently, so the 1st metatarsal is not lifted. So now your feet and your leg is in a neutral position. What happens if you put your weight on the heel? If you just put your weight on the heel, you're going to fall back. Guess what? Your body is so smart. If you weight on the heel, you're going to go into this lower back. That's how we stand. Your body says, I don't want to fall. So I'm going to put weight here so my tummy can go forward, right? And I create what? Hypermobile, hyperextend the knee. That's beautiful. There's too much of a wave and curve. So you are not lined up in a neutral position. We're going to fix all that. So that's the first checkpoint. Your feet and the leg is in neutral position, okay? You're going to feel that energy from the arch of foot coming up from the both side of the arch and coming up from the inner portion of your leg. The energy continue come up from your inner thigh to your pelvic floor to the first responder. It's called a transverse abdominal. So remember, that's the core of the core muscle. So you have four layer abdominal muscle, okay? And the deepest layer is called a transverse abdominal. We don't access them. And so our tummy always go out, right? Gets bigger and bigger. And we know that I had 3 babies before too. So you can feel that overly stretched. What happened? That pulls my back so bad, right? Because now I have to walk this because the baby's in the front. It can't walk this and fall right on the baby. So your body adjusts. So good thing it's only 9 months and we're done. And what happened was, man, your beer gut is forever, right? And there's no baby come out. So that's mean there's no life in there. It's something not supposed to be there. Too much fat and too much inflammation. So if you cannot access that transverse abdominal, as a woman, we also know, men, you do too, that for women, we have monthly menstruation. You know how blow that feels, right? You say, I can feel my tummy. And some of my clients, you know, women mostly, after a couple of babies, I say, I can feel the muscle. I say, no, it's still there. It's just a little foreign to you. That's find them again. It's always there. It does not leave you. You left. Don't leave your body. So the transverse abdominal, you're gonna feel the arch of foot energy come out, inner thigh, pelvic floor, transverse abdominal, the nickname's first responder. So for you to easy to remember, and also it does carry huge job, okay? If you don't have that transverse abdominal first responder, it's really hard to have a good posture. This is your center, okay? So they operating both way, okay? So now, inner thigh, pelvic floor, transverse abdominal, I also give a nickname so it's easy for me to say, otherwise they're a little too much, right? So I call them 3 musketeers. They work together. Isn't that cool? Your body work together because it's one beautiful system. So many parts, right? So now, if I do that, I will bring my pelvic, my thigh and my pelvic, 2 parts as one. And that, my ASIS, okay, so anterior superior iliac spine, my pubic bone straight, so pelvic upright. So it's like a teacup, okay? So when you do that, when you talk to the 3 musketeers, you feel the transverse abdominal, that sensation of the transverse abdominal, I call it engage. You're gonna say, hello, you engage to make friends. So engage the muscle, you're not contract yet. If it's way out here, it's too loose, you're probably gonna feel a lot of work, right? So sometimes it's easier for you to do that sitting down, so you can bring your pelvic upright a little easier. But we're gonna talk about walking today, so, and how to carry your body upright. So I'm doing the standing right now. So you're gonna engage, you're gonna feel the pelvic upright. So that's the second checkpoint. So once you have this, okay, that first responder has a really important job. There are 2 arrows in the front of your body, okay? So the first responder is going to talk to the internal obliques. Internal oblique fiber goes like this. Looks like a Christmas tree, okay? Christmas is coming. And then you have 4 and 5 below the belly button of your rectus abdominis, which is the 6-pack. You actually have 10-pack. So the 5 and 4, and this, can you see this? That I call the lower arrow. That lower arrow is pointing upward. So I can feel the energy goes up, okay? So nice engage abdominal. That's your lower arrow. And waking up from the what? 3 musketeers, right? And the transverse abdominal is one of the 3 musketeers. So I just say, first responder waking up the lower arrow. So that's your second checkpoint. Now your leg, your feet, your leg, thigh, and pelvic is neutral position. The third checkpoint is your thoracic spine, where the rib cage is. Guess what? You have muscles. Muscle is so important because muscle help us to move. The joint provides the movement. You don't want to move from joint. That's called contortionist. Because that's a ligaments. You don't want to hurt ligament. It's hold the joint to give you stability. So giving you stability while you move with the muscle, okay? So now, the rib cage, right? So here we're going to go back to say a little more. Your structure of your body is created by the bones, right? We call it skeletal system. All the bones, right? Halloween just passed, skeletal. The skeleton doesn't move by itself. It moves, activated by the muscles, okay? So now, so we're going to keep that skeletal beautiful structure just like the house in the 101, like Taiwan has this building, 101 floors way up in the earthquake. Taiwan is like earthquake island, and they design so beautifully, so it's flexible. So it never comes down. It's you can check it out, 101 in Taipei. So now my muscle is flexible to move your body, making that happen so you don't go into this horrible structure, right? So now, going back now, here you go, your external obliques going from the back to here. There's an indentation right here. The external obliques opposite, you're going down this way like a hand pocket. Along with the six pack, 1, 2, 3, 6 section above the belly button. Okay, in my book, I have all this drawing out for you. So you create this what? Upper arrow. So this energy is going down. So when you're standing there, you don't pop your rib cage. If you close this, the energy going down to all the way down. There's up, there's a down. The lower arrow energy goes up. You grow tall from the Mother Earth. This from the top going down, root. They work together. Isn't that beautiful? It's just, once I have that, I feel so much better. So I close this. So that's your third checkpoint. Your thoracic spine, neutral. So I have 3 neutral now. Your feet, leg, thigh, pelvis, thoracic spine. The fourth one, scapula in your arm. You got it. So it's easy to see the arm because it's nice and long. You can see, don't matter, sideways, front, either way, right? That arm connect to your scapula. So if you slouch, can you see my arm goes forward? And it's not fun to walk like this, right? This doesn't look like a human. Look like you're very tired, you're a victim, you're not controlling your life. No, we want to have total control because we are resilient. The resilience gives you happiness, right? And everybody wants happiness, but the happiness doesn't get that. You don't get happiness that easy because you have to what? Work at it. So from here, engage your abdominal. If it's that easy, it's not happy anymore. It's too easy, okay? You want to celebrate something not so easy, and then you go, oh, wow, right? When you reflect your life, you go, oh my goodness, I have done so much, and I have more to do, and I have the opportunity to do what I wanted to do. That is so happy. You remember when I tried to create a garden, I was really happy. I know there's a lot of work, but I was really happy. I can plant on my own flower, right? Those are happiness. So ready? So shoulders down. Or you find you at school, they accept you, you're so happy. So because your door is open for you to grow. So now the middle finger, going back, I'm sorry, I always go away. Try to make conversation with you as I teach. So here we go. Middle finger on both sides. The energy going down is going to your outside ankle, the malleolus, the outside lateral side of the ankle. So now you see my scapula is neutral. Now I'm not here anymore. So when you do this, you can see your thumbs point forward. Okay? So now I have the fourth checkpoint. Another part is important is your rhomboid between the scapula. I don't want overly stretch the rhomboid because what? Right? I don't want to look, I'm a human. I'm really good. So you're going to pull that scapula a bit, keep your scapula to neutral. Pull the rhomboid a little bit, scapula neutral, and fine. We have 4 checkpoints now. It's pretty cool. quick recap, right? Your feet and your leg, your thigh and your pelvis. Thoracic spine, neutral, that's the third checkpoint. The fourth one. Okay, so guess what? We have to realign your head back. So your head's neutral. Okay, I'm gonna put a end screen for you. That was not the very first focus. How not to have a forward head is because our eyes in the front we go like this. Oh my goodness, look at that! And you say, "Hi Mary, how are you doing?" With so compassion, right? And we're constantly doing this now. You don't listen, you don't ask questions with your chin, with your heart, with your mind. So you definitely can say, Mary, I heard something. I'm so sorry about that. I'm here for you, right? You don't have to go this to convince them they're for you. And you don't have to convince people you are kind or you're compassionate. You use your voice and you gesture, right? And comes out your energy. It's not your posture, okay? So here we go. We're so worried about being kind and we're not kind to ourselves, right? It's being kind. We're going to talk about that topic another day. So anyway, so your head's going to be neutral because all the movements come from the very first is a ring. Okay, the cervical vertebrae, there's 7 of them. The second one is a tooth. So they line up together, you pivot only like this. So I always tell my client, if you close your eye, 4 checkpoints already, and you just wiggle your head with your eye closed. I know some of you feel dizzy, you're gonna fall. That's mean your balance is not good, that's good. You're always in front of what's not good and you're gonna work at it, right? So you wiggle your head. And when you open your eye, you should see right front. There's no tension on any muscle on your neck because what? The bone structure is hold the weight of your head. It's 12 or 15 pounds. Another image you can have, you know, the beautiful Africa and South other country, all the indigenous, they carry basket or water jug on their head. You can't carry any basket if you're here, you're gonna fall, right? So if you think that, so sometimes I put a little weight right here, I press down my clients or I have them do it by themselves. And when you press down, when you push down the energy, you can feel another energy goes out. Remember, it's yin and yang, there's a down, there's up. We're learning how to feel energy, how to feel the biofeedback, the feedback from your body. Then you know you do it right and wrong. Just find out the 5 checkpoint, okay? So now, the last checkpoint is your head. You're looking straight forward. You don't look at people like this, okay? And here we go. And nice and tall, your middle finger, you wiggle your head a little bit and engage your abdominal. Sometimes really hard, okay? Once you have this lined up, you have 4 beautiful waves on your spine. It's designed there. So you have little cervical waves, goes curve inward a little bit, not exaggerated. We don't want anything exaggerated. And you don't want to straight like this, that doesn't look good either. So you're gonna go natural curve. The thoracic spine is concave out, convex out a little bit. So you go in, out, lower back. You can see I have a slight curve here. You should have it, but not exaggerated, okay? That's a lot of pressure you can feel right away. So if you engage abdominal, you lose, you let go of that. So what? Going all the way down, the upper body weight to your lumbar. And the lumbar give all that upper body weight to your leg. And your legs in the right place, not hyperextend. You give all your body weight to the floor. So who is carrying your weight? The Mother Earth or the floor, not you. Isn't that cool? If you want to carry your weight all day long, go ahead. Right? You're so heavy. The physics is not right. And you're going to go for a walk like that, right? I see all kinds of walking. And if you don't know or you don't see, it's wrong, right? So I try to be quiet. I don't think people want me to jump out of the car and correct them. So in case you don't know, so that's your 5 checkpoint. So your body can compensating from your work. When you work, yeah, if you chef or pianist or that's how, You don't want to change your structure. You want to keep them beautiful. See, you can see my hip extend, knee easy. I constantly remind even me. I have something to remind myself because I don't want to wear off those joints, the cartilage, bone, not fun. And then the arthritis comes in. So now you have this wonderful posture. Your head suspended far above with a nice, beautiful wave of your spine, not straight back, and stick your tush out. Some people say the J shape is really good. I always joke about which way J, right? This way J or this way J, right? I mean, there's no such thing. So if you sit down, your back straight a little bit, but the curve's still there. It's designed to teach us wave movement is so much more friendlier because it's more alive instead of stiff. So if someone tells you to go against the wall and line up your body, it doesn't work, okay? Because we are not peace, we're not a wall. We have, right? So go away from there. Use the muscles. Understand, use the muscle to line up the structure, okay? Because I don't think you want to stand against the wall all day just there, because we have to move and with the proper posture. Okay, so now once you have that proper posture, you understand, we're going to start walking in place. I still have this. Just walking in place. But if your tummy is weak, they're going to pop it right out. You say, oh my goodness, I can feel my lower back. Engage your abdominal again, so nice and tall. So in the front, you have 2 arrows. One goes up, spine goes up, and the down, root down. Okay, so every time I step down, so the other one comes up. So if I step down, the other one come up, down and up, down and up. It's not up and up and up. Okay, don't do that. I know we like to tell grandmother or your friends after injury, whatever, so you gotta lift your leg. You don't lift your leg. You do down, the other one comes up. Physics is so good, right? So don't work hard, because if you want to lift the leg, you can practice. Lift the leg goes right to your lower back. It's not lifting, it's down. So I'm slowly peel my foot off. That's all I need. I don't lift my leg this high because nobody walk like that, right? It's too high. So it's, if it's natural, you slide it off the floor, then you put down, you articulate your feet nicely. It's designed for you articulate. But people like dragging their foot, right? In one straight. You can see, you can hear people shovel as and walk. Right? So you're going through life without knowing your body is kind of sad, but they say that feels safe to walk because they don't want to fall. If you don't want to fall, you have to learn how to balance, have a better balance. We'll talk about that another day. And so engage your abdominal, okay? So do the walking in place. Or if you're going to start walking distance, it will be like this. You push the back leg. Again, you lean forward a little bit, push the back leg. So what happens is you can put your hands right here. I'm always have my first responder. Your transverse abdominal, your lower arrow, right? Mostly just think about first because it recruits the lower arrow and goes, okay? The other thing I have my client practice too, walking backwards. So now nice and tall, I have my 5 checkpoint. I slowly peel my right foot up. I'm going to lower the heel. I can feel the energy goes up because I'm going down. My heel goes down. My first responder, lengthen my spine up. Then there's a moment of balance right here. See that? And then you slowly lower that back heel. You're going to feel the energy go up. Don't go fast. Because everything you do, you want to do fast, 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 produce. So you don't connect with your body anymore. And then if you have that lower back here, your tummy's out, yes, you will walk like this. People say, I don't feel it, I don't feel it, I don't feel it. I mean, don't keep saying that. Don't convince yourself you're not feeling, because the reason you don't feel because you're not doing it right. I'm so sorry. So if you engage your abdominal, right? It's all physics. So if you go like this, I'm not going to do a lot of steps because my room is small. I just want to show you the principle. As I go down, I want to feel another energy goes up. If you don't feel it, that's mean you need to practice until you feel the proper, purposeful thing. Why is walking backwards so important? Because you can't see. So it's aligning your sensation, right? Remember we say people blind, they have more sensation. Old days in China, and they want a blind person does massage because they can feel you much more than seeing. Can you understand that? So when you close eyes, it's so much more. Okay, so that's walking backwards. I'm going to talk about balance right now because it's kind of nice talking about close your eye. So now if you have to have a strong core, you need a strong core. You slowly pick this foot up, okay? Very low. I'll show you. In the front, down in the back. So right away, people like this, they go back. You see that? That is not what I'm talking about, right? If your legs in the back, you know you didn't have your core. So from here, you're gonna get a 5 checkpoint. I'm slowly peel off and up, okay? Because that's how I'm going to walk. So right here, peel off, stay here, stay in the front, engage your abdominal, arms straight, keep thinking energy reaching down because you have to root. You can root with your finger too. That's how amazing energy is. You don't see, but it's there. So you're gonna feel it. Inhale, exhale, hollow your tummy. So the breathing, which if you have seen my video, breathing is charge up your transverse abdominal. So every time you exhale, we call it normal abdominal breathing. Exhale again, I'm reaching my finger down. Okay, now if you say, okay. If it's too hard for you, just do this with your eye open. Now, close your eye. You close your eyes, you close your eye. Okay, then done. Can you see how hard it is? Find the proper posture will help you improving your balance. You can't just say, I need balance, not knowing how to do it. I need to make a wonderful dinner because 5 of my friends come, but I don't know how to cook. But that doesn't make any sense, right? But we do this, we say, we need balance. So we start doing something too challenging that you definitely fail. You have to do it without shoes, okay? Come in the house, take your shoes off right away. Get your feet working. So you do this, right? So you already feel all that computing, the muscle computing from your leg to your ankle. You meet them, right? We're all the same. So they are the one, there's 3 muscles there to help you balance. I'll give you the name. The tibialis anterior, this one. Tibialis anterior all the way out, okay? And then you go extensor digitoris longus and extensor hallucis longus. So all the muscle in the front to your feet, to your toes, to your big toe, those 3 muscles balancing you when your feet are flat. There's too many things to talk about. That's all I'm gonna go for today. So that's all you can really absorb too, right? So just stay nice and clean and practice and keep practicing. And we will get to the next stage and because there's so much more to talk about. So that's another way simplest way to challenge balance. Even right, walking backwards, find your first responder. You have to have your first responder, arm side. Don't go this and loose and go right into your lower back. Don't practice this many times because you are doing something wrong. If you feel your lower back, you don't have this. There are 2 V in the back, right? It's hard to see, so we forgot about there are 2 V. Your lower trap and your latissimus dorsi. It's all in my book. So lower trap, latissimus dorsi. So there are 2 V in the back, working with the 2 arrows in the front, give you this beautiful posture because you have front and back and the side too, right? The side, use your arm. And nice and tall. So now I can feel the lower arrow sending up, 2 V point down. If that 2 V point down to the Mother Earth, There's a down, there's up. There are two strong energy going up, working with the front arrow. That's why I say you can wiggle your head, because this is not what holds your weight. Definitely not your thoracic spine. Your cervical spine, your neck, right? But don't hold the weight. This is 12, 15 pounds. Don't hold it there all day long, because what? The structure of your house is not there, right? So, okay, that's it for today. Just start with that, and gradually we'll do some floor exercise to strengthen them. But the basic thing is you cannot do any weightlifting or strengthening without knowing the proper posture and the usage of your core muscle. In the front is 2 arrow, back is 2 V. Okay, so if I stand here, I put my hands as the first responder. I slide the scapula down. I'm talking to my what? Lower trap, trapezius. Then I will extend my spine. My head follows. I'm not doing that. And now hollow your tummy, thoracic spine extension. That's the standing one, that's more advanced. You can start doing that on the chair. Okay, grab hold and then go into. You see me do that many times already. I'm just reiterate and repeating and make the emphasizing, try to emphasize how important the posture is. Start with the posture. You will start training the core muscle, okay? And that's it for today. And hopefully sometime soon we can open up. I know the news is not so good. That's okay. That means you need to pay attention to your health even more, exercise more, eating healthy, right? Breathing, nutrition, exercise. 3 focus to get this body all together. Build your immune system, keep building your immune system, and you can ward off all the, right, virus, disease, constant come to attack you. Let it go. The other thing makes creates disease, remember, is your emotion. Don't be fear, don't get stressed. You're gonna feel them. They are the really easy emotion to feel. You have to turn that around. So if you want to learn more about that, about how to turn the bad emotion around to the good, to use it, how to become better, you can check my Qigong, which I upload on Wednesday and Thursday, so you can learn more how your internal organ, how connect to emotion, to own this body, the precious body. So thank you so much for today. And I'll see you next video and our next lesson.